looking so mega. Oh, there's a P1. Oh my god, a yellow P1! You what? Hello one and all, welcome to Seen Through Glass. Now, if you saw my video a few days ago, you will know that I originally came down to Ocean Avenue to do some spotting before the Strad man came and found me and picked me up and took me exploring. Turned out to be an awesome day chasing cars all over Monterey, but today I thought I might come back down to Ocean Avenue to once again try my theory of staying in one place and seeing as many cars. However, what I'm actually doing today is a side of car week I haven't really discussed yet. Test drives. So like any big car show around the world, manufacturers come and offer test drives to existing customers and potential new customers, and later today I'm hopefully going to go and join up with McLaren and drive one of their cars. However, I just came to Ocean Avenue very quickly to see if it was worth making a little intro here, and holy crap, there is a car around the corner which has blown my mind, which is why I'm walking very fast. Let's hope it's still there. I mean, holy crap, if a 177 wasn't rare enough, there's one in that spec, blue with blue wheels. It looks outrageous, and it's parked up here on Ocean Avenue by the sort of Aston Martin stand experience centre kind of thing. A few other awesome Astons hanging around, some insane cars driving past, but my god, that 177 is unbelievable. It is so mental there that I've got to find a way to tear myself away and somehow explore some of the other roads. So I'm going to go back because I'm very nervous that 177 is going to leave and I'm going to miss it. We've got 3.0 CSL, quite a few of those around today. I feel like there's some kind of event going on, but check out this AMG. Let's go have a look at that. The colour on this is unbelievable. Now this lineup I really want to show you. 4 modified cars, 3 of which are Ferraris, which makes me happy, and 2 of which are 488s, which makes me even happier. The middle one I personally think is awesome. A lot of you are going to hate, I just don't care. It's got mad flared carbon everywhere, awesome gold wheels and a wing. I mean the F12 behind it's wicked as well, and then you've got an S-Less at the back, and then basically a simple 488 at the front. But yeah, I love this middle one. Now the 250 on the left there is a replica, so don't get in the comments section being like, oh my god, I can't believe you filmed the 550 and not the 250. The 250 is a replica. I spoke to the owner. Still cool though. But the Barchetta, ooh. I've now come to the top of Ocean Avenue, which is a massively busy junction, but I was noticing there was some stuff that I was kind of missing standing down the bottom. I'm going to make the massive bold statement and say that I think this is the best place for spotting I've ever been. I mean, usually I put that as Monaco around the F1, summer now as Paul and Seb have been seeing, and top marks, but my god, I mean I've stood on this road for 20 minutes and the cars I've seen are mind-blowing. I'm really like, I'm gobsmacked, I'm speechless. I really feel like I could stay on Ocean Avenue all day. I don't really want to go anywhere, but it's almost time for me to head over to McLaren for my drive, so I'm slowly walking back. I've got to work out where on earth I park my car. But what a mental 50 minutes on one road. Ah! So I've now arrived at McLaren HQ. I think they're temporary HQ. I believe they're moving in a couple of days closer to the show. However, car park's pretty awesome, and there are some 570S and 570 GTs lurking around, and I've just heard what I believe to be either an MSO 570 or potentially a 570 GT4, which I'm obsessed by, or a P1. That felt like fairly good timing to arrive. Anyway, let's go and find out what's going on and see if I can take something for a drive. Okie dokie! 570 time! So, McLaren have very kindly said, yeah, go and have some fun in a 570. Never a bad day, I have to say. So, we are going to go for a bit of a blast up some mountain canyon roads in California, which I'm very excited about, I have to say. So you may remember we went to Tenerife and drove 570 GTs up some amazing roads there, and I basically fell in love with the 570 platform. Now what you wouldn't have seen was the next day when we went up and did the blast up the volcano, me and Seb Delaney, I went in the 650S and Seb followed me up in the 570S. We got to the top and watched the sunrise, and it was very romantic and amazing. And then on the way back down, we turned the cameras off and I actually got into the 570S. So I gave Seb the 650. By the way, let's just put all this in sport, put manual gearbox on immediately. Active panel, manual, okay, there we go. And I fell in love with this little car. It was unbelievable pushing it up these Tenerife roads, or down these Tenerife roads because we're coming down the mountain. And for some reason, I just connected with it more than the GT. The GT was great, but the S felt more raw, more urgent, and I have been dying for an opportunity to get back in one, so I am so grateful to McLaren USA for this right now, because this car is so freaking cool. For me, it's the first McLaren of this modern era that has true character. The others are ballistically fast, and blow your mind at the pace, but this makes me smile and makes me laugh. I haven't driven a 675 LT, so that might be the exception to the cause, but from all the cars that I've driven or experienced on the road, even the P1, this is the one that makes me smile the most, and that is a big thing to say. Oh, it's so cool in here. The problem I've got is this car is 150 odd grand, or 145 I think list, and the minute you put any options on it, it's a 170 grand car, and they're not devaluing. They're sitting on the used market with a few thousand miles, ex demos and things like that, for 160, 170 grand. So it's way out of my price bracket. But if they drop to 110, 150, like R8 V10 pluses, whoa, I would do a hell of a lot to try and buy one of these. We've got to somehow lose this Dodge Ram truck in front of us. I'm going to drop back. Today, that's spotting on Ocean Avenue, and now a blast up a Californian canyon during golden hour in a 570S that is ballistically quick. Oh, it is so cool. So cool. It's just, it feels like a true supercar. Everything about it's got those characteristics, and the performance, it has got what I believe to be massive turbo lag, which I think is a big McLaren characteristic. It's not lag, that's the wrong word. It's like a turbo whoosh. The surge that you get between like 3 and 4,000 RPM is outrageous, and it's like, whoa! A lot of that is down to the traction, I think. If you put the traction to the sort of more dynamic mode, you get a bit more slip and it sort of comes to life a bit more, which we'll probably do on the way back down. I realise I'm rambling now, so I'm probably just going to shut up and try and do some driving. You know, I realise that a lot of the time I might be quite blasé about supercars, and especially on a week like this where you see tons of cars everywhere and I'm like, oh yeah, look, a P1. But when I get in these cars, and a car this special, I've never owned a supercar. So to be able to drive them, this is my dream, to drive cars like this. And one day own cars like this. Ah, what a day. What a day. I cannot wait for the weekend now to be able to check out even more. I'm glad I got this experience to kind of get driving something out of my blood. Is that the expression? But yeah, so cool. Right, let's try not to crash on the way into the car park. It's a bit of a low or high curve. Oh, there's a P1. Oh my god, a yellow P1! You what? There's a yellow P1! You know, I don't tend to get excited about P1s. There's a yellow P1! Ah! Very nice P1 now parked up with sort of red pinstriping, and then a yellow P1 just over there. Just over, there must be some kind of McLaren event. Where do they want me to put this? Is the so cool. Back now at McLaren HQ, and there are P1s and 570s everywhere. It is outrageous, this event, the way they turn up, but my day has been made by driving a 570, driving a supercar tour. It's been so awesome. Such a short blast, but still incredible. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here because I've got lots of other things going on this evening that I probably can't film. Anyway, give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe for all the videos that are still to come. So yes, we are indeed in the Stradman's Lambo. A royal blue P1. Oh, yeah! Another turnaround moment. Oh!